Greetings and welcome. It is Wednesday of week 5 and we are past the halfway point, and I just want to share a few thoughts about the narrative draft that's due this week. We have been working up to it for quite some time, and now we're ready to actually compose the essay. It's funny because I think back to that week 1 when you were posting your sharing a moment where you tried to convince somebody in real life, and how many of those stories were really engaging because of the way you told them. You didn't say, this is an example of how I convinced somebody to do something. No, you just told us the story. I remember when my children were being overlooked by my mother-in-law, and I didn't feel she was reliable. So I really felt it was time to put them in daycare. So I sat my husband down and said this and this and this. It was very engaging. You didn't tell us this was my thesis or this was my main point. And in that same way, the prompts that you are answering in the learning modules are simply guides. You use them to prepare to write an essay. So you don't want to say, this is my thesis and my main points are. That's describing the tactics or the strategy of writing the essay. Now it's time to write the essay. So go through the activity, download your materials, your file, and then step back and write an introduction with a thesis. Write your body paragraphs, and in your body paragraphs you want to, of course, try to follow that purpose, that what is the topic, your topic sentence, which should be a key point. What is the evidence, and what is the analysis, right? You want to tell us what that paragraph's about. You want to offer some of the source material that supports it, and then you want to kind of reflect on it and then go on to the next point. As you go through your essay, remember that it is very reliant on that thesis statement. I know students sometimes hear thesis statements and they want to just rip their hair out, but it really is very important. The thesis statement is the basis or the foundation of the entire essay, because it tells us what your topic is about. It tells us where you stand on that topic. And it tells you 3 reasons to support your position on that topic. And some of you already in your writing plan have gone beyond just the plan, even before we got to week 5, and you understand that concept and you have written thesis statements. So trust your instincts on this. Remember, an essay is not writing about the strategy of how you got there. Don't announce. Share with us the ideas of why you believe video games are very important, why you believe that that banks should have a physical presence within a community, why you believe that fasting is not a good or reliable way to lose weight. These are all topics that are out there. Tell us why. Give us 3 reasons. Build that essay from paragraph 1, introduction, to first key point in paragraph 2, second key point, paragraph 3, third key point, and then your conclusion. So, I really look forward to reading your essays. I'm here to assist you. And, I guess if I could draw an analogy, it's sort of like packing. Next week over Easter, I'm going to be traveling a little bit. So I will post a notice, and I'll be gone. I'll be flying overseas, and I'll be flying for a day, and I'll be available by phone. But, I'll be packing my bags, and I'll pack some, a suit and some shoes and some, socks and underwear and all those things. and I'll take the bag and I'll fly. The packing isn't the trip, right? The planning isn't the trip. The trip is what happens after I do all that packing and planning. In the same way, your essay isn't the writing plan. Your essay isn't all of the responses that you put in the prompts. Those are the shoes and the socks and the underwear and the coat and the dress and the hat that you'll wear on your trip. And you need them. You can't go, you're not going to go on a trip without some clothes and some shoes. But that's not the trip. The trip is what happens in that duration. I look forward to seeing your essays, and I look forward to continuing this journey to its successful end. I know many of you have contacted me and reached out as you're getting a little behind, and many of you are just sailing through and doing dynamite. But all of you are capable of successfully completing this course, and I'm sorry I've rambled on for more than 6 minutes, which is beyond my limit. So I will just wish you a great rest of the week, happy weekend, and be in touch if you need help. Take care.